Stop asking questions. I will not repeat myself.
She texted me. The girls and I landed safely. A simple message, the kind you expect. I replied, "Have an amazing time. Wish you all the fun in the world." Her response came back almost instantly. "Thanks, but don't ask too many questions, okay?" That felt odd. I typed back, "Why would questions feel dangerous?" A laughing emoji was her only reply, followed by, "You know the rule. What happens on a girl's trip stays on a girl's trip." I felt a slight chill. "Trust doesn't hide behind slogans," I wrote. The mood shifted. "You're ruining the vibe," she shot back. "Moods change when respect starts to fade," I replied, my fingers moving faster than my thoughts. "God, you're being so paranoid." That word, paranoid. It felt rehearsed. "Who taught you to use that word whenever you feel cornered?" I asked. She didn't answer. Instead, a new message popped up. "The hotel is beautiful." A clear attempt to change the subject. I saw the pattern immediately. "Who are you sharing the room with?" I asked, a direct question that deserved a direct answer. The three little dots appeared, then vanished. Silence. A few minutes later, her reply came, "Just the girls." "Of course," I typed back. "Clarity should be easy. You just need to relax," she insisted. "Relaxing requires trust," I responded, feeling the foundation beneath us begin to crack. She sent a photo. A beautiful beach sunset, the sky painted in orange and purple, but I wasn't looking at the sky. I was looking at the reflection in the glass of a wine bottle on the table. A silhouette, a man's silhouette. "Whose shadow is that?" I asked. "You're imagining things," she replied, a little too quickly. "Imagination needs clues," I typed back. Then nothing. She stopped responding for a while. My phone buzzed. Her location had updated, a feature we'd set up for safety long ago, but the pin wasn't at the hotel. It was miles away in a different part of town. Did the plans change? I texted. A few minutes passed. "Yeah, we're just bar hopping," she said. "Which bar?" I asked. "The names don't matter," she replied dismissively. "Details always matter," I said, my patience wearing thin. This time her reply was angry. "You're trying to control my vacation." I took a breath before typing. "Boundaries travel with commitment. They don't get left at the airport. I just want to feel free." She texted, the words practically screaming from the screen. "Free from what, exactly?" I asked. "From expectations," she said. "Promises create expectations," I reminded her. "That's just a natural part of being in a relationship. You're exhausting," she wrote. "Dishonesty drains energy," I replied. Then a voice note arrived. I pressed play. I heard her laughing, loud and unrestrained, and underneath it, another laugh. A deep, masculine laugh, comfortable and familiar in its tone. My heart sank. "Who else is there?" I asked. "Just some strangers we met," she replied instantly. "Strangers don't usually sound that comfortable with each other," I pointed out. "Stop overthinking everything," she snapped. "Thinking prevents regret," I told her. "I'll text you later," she said, and that was it. Hours passed. The promised text never came. The silence was deafening. Quietly, I opened social media. Her friend, one of the girls on the trip, had just posted a story. A group of them, clinking glasses at a club. My wife was nowhere in sight. I took a screenshot and sent it to her. "Where did you go?" I asked. The reply came almost an hour later. "My phone died?" I couldn't help but type back. Phones rarely just die suddenly like that. "You're being so dramatic again," she accused. "Patterns aren't drama," I said calmly. "They're information. You're ruining my freedom." She insisted. "Freedom without honesty costs love," I replied, and then the dam broke. "Fine, I met someone. I'm with him now." The words hung there on the screen. She said it meant nothing, a follow-up text explained. I took a deep breath. Nothing doesn't need to hide. A different question came from her then. "Why are you so calm?" I looked around the quiet room, the calmness settling over me like a blanket. "Clarity brings calm," I wrote. "I don't want to fight," she said. "Fights start with lies, not with the truth," I replied. Then the inevitable question, Will you wait for me to come home?" I thought for a moment. Waiting requires trust. "So you're giving me an ultimatum?" she accused. No, I said. I'm choosing my dignity. She stopped messaging after that. The night felt unusually quiet, the hum of the refrigerator louder than ever. I didn't pack my bags. Instead, I sat and packed away my thoughts, my feelings, all the little pieces of our life together. The next morning, a new message. I miss you. I read it, and it felt like a message from a different lifetime. What do you miss, exactly? I asked. The comfort, she replied. Our life. I typed back. Comfort is built on a foundation of honesty. Another message from her, quickly. I'm coming home early. I booked a flight for this afternoon. I simply replied, That's your choice. When she walked through the door, her eyes wouldn't meet mine. She set her bags down with a thud. Are you angry? She asked, her voice small. The anger already passed, I told her, and it was the truth. The rage had burned out, leaving only a calm, cold certainty. So, are we okay? She whispered. I looked at her, really looked at her, and said, Okay is something that would need to be rebuilt from the ground up. And I don't have the blueprints anymore. Tears started to stream down her face, but she was silent. I didn't interrupt. I let the silence do the talking. It was in the silence that the full truth finally came out. She admitted the trip had changed things, that she'd made choices. Choices always change things, I said. Later that night, long after she had gone to sleep in the guest room, I opened our chat history. I scrolled all the way to the top, looked at it one last time, and then I pressed archive. And in that moment, a sense of peace arrived, quiet and complete, needing no explanation at all. Thanks for listening. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content.